Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of your favorite midday NFL show on the internet, Fourth and Forever. Folks, I got to tell you, for the past couple of days, we have been seeing a new face each and every single day in the live chat. I want to continue to see new faces. So please do me a favor. If you are new, please introduce yourself in the chat right now. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And hit that thumbs up sign, guys, because I feel like we need some more friends in our live chat community because training camp is now less than a week. Rookies are reporting to camp as we speak. I'm still waiting to hear any word if some of these second-round picks have been no-shows. I can imagine we'll hear this within the next couple of hours or so. But damn, do we have a great show for you today. Some breaking news occurred this morning, last night. I do know Richie's thrilled about it, but TD, how is life, man? Talk to me.
Life is great. Another beautiful day that we get to be here for. Salute to the chat. Thank you to everybody watching right now. I'm excited about the show. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about, especially the breaking news yesterday. Some interesting things I definitely want to say about it. But y'all hit that like button. Let your friends and family members know about Fourth and Forever. We're here to stay, baby. Let's go.
Here to stay, indeed. Luke comes in, says, I'm usually watching replays, but I'm from Texas. Repping the Jets. Texas forever.
We everywhere,
Street. Richie, what's up, man? How's life? Talk to me.
We everywhere. Let's go. I'm excited for today's show. Yesterday was a monumental day in Jets history, and I'm excited to talk about it with you guys. I am extremely, extremely happy right now, okay? And it's always a good time to talk some football on Fourth and Forever. Training camp is here. Rookies are reporting across the league. Jets training camps next week. We got Dolphins rookies reported today. It's a lot of fun things. Okay, so make sure you guys hit that like button. Support this YouTube channel, folks, by hitting the subscribe button. We're seeing a lot of awesome growth leading into training camp across the NFL, and I'm really excited about the future of this show right here, Fourth and Forever, on Roundtable Sports Network, all right? Because, I'm feeling good. I'm just feeling good, baby. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I am.
He's feeling solid because Garrett Wilson ultimately ended up signing a contract. Richie, I'm not sure if you are aware, my friend, but I did have a chance to take a look at where he ranks among other NFL wide receivers. He is currently third in AAV. He has surpassed CeeDee Lamb, third. Surpassed CeeDee Lamb as far as total value of contract. I think it's like 4. I think that's where he ended up getting the 4. But, man. Big news, my friend. $130 million, 4 years, $90 million guaranteed. And we've been talking about this all offseason, right? Like, looked at Garrett Wilson, looked at Sauce Gardner. One of those two, maybe both, were going to sign a contract. It sounds like Aaron Glenn wants to make him a piece of the New York Jets' future moving forward. What do you have to say about it, Richie? Your thoughts?
It's an absolute no-brainer. This is something that Jets fans have been waiting for and crossing our fingers about all offseason. Please pay Garrett Wilson before training camp begins. And yes, Sauce Gardner is next. And there's a lot of reasons behind this, right? You talk about a 4-year extension before everybody starts to cry, oh, it's an overpay, it's so much money. First of all, the money does not even kick in until 2027 when the salary cap is going to be 10 times the amount it is right now. So it's not going to cripple the Jets, all right? This is a guy that's now locked up in the prime of his career all the way until 2030. He's 24 years old, about to turn 25, 3 straight years with over 1,000 yards, one of the only wide receivers in NFL history to put up 1,000 yards and 80 catches in every single season to start off his career. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham Jr., Michael Thomas are the only wide receivers of all time that do something like that. And the best part about it is we have yet to see the best version of Garrett. He is only getting better, all right? This is an opportunity for the Jets to bring in somebody long-term, and I would argue this is the biggest move the Jets have made all offseason, right? Outside of hiring a new coaching staff, but this is bigger than any free agent signing. This is bigger than any draft pick because now this is locked up. And I'm going to finish off with this. This means something to me as a Jets fan and all Jets fans for this reason alone. There was a lot of speculation around Garrett Wilson getting traded, that he wanted out. He was unhappy. And us Jets fans, we're aware that we are the Jets and we have been terrible for so long. And there's a part of us that has this fear that nobody wants to be a Jet. And the fact that a talent like Garrett Wilson is committing to this football team for the long term, it definitely means something. And that also tells you that Aaron Glenn is preaching something that Garrett Wilson is picking up. Because Garrett, if he did not believe in this team, he easily could have said, I want out, and he got the same exact contract on another team. All right, so there's nothing to do with money. He's committed to this Jets football team, and that means something to us Jets fans. So with that, let's freaking go, Garrett Wilson. Let's go prove the world who you are this season with Justin Fields at quarterback, and let's silence the haters.
Bang. So one hot take I would love to give right here. Now, many of you know that I am a fan of Garrett Wilson. I think that he is a slept-on wide receiver. I think what he has been able to accomplish in his short NFL career with a carousel of below-average quarterbacks, a regularly revolving door of QBs, if you will. If Garrett Wilson were to have had competent quarter play for just 2 years, competent quarterback play for 2 years, we would be putting Garrett Wilson in the exact same conversation that we put Justin Jefferson and Ja'Marr Chase into. I guarantee you that if Garrett Wilson had one of the top 5 quarterbacks in this league, he would be the highest paid wide receiver by a large margin, and we would be putting him into the conversation of Ja'Marr Chase and Justin Jefferson. I do not think that that's a crazy take. I think that it has some sort of traction, and my buddy TD does not agree with me. Talk to me, TD. Why do you not agree with me, and your thoughts on the Garrett Wilson contract?
Dan Mitchell, make the TikTok. That is clickbait worthy if you've ever seen it.
Oh, baby, man. Don't sleep on my clickbait, baby.
I can't believe you just put Garrett Wilson in the same conversation with Justin Jefferson and Ja'Marr Chase.
I'm saying that if he had a competent quarterback, a top 5 guy, if he had a top 5 guy, he would be in the conversation.
If he had Tom Brady, you need to stop this blasphemy, Dan. Oh my gosh. Listen, first and foremost, let's be fair to begin with, okay? Garrett Wilson is very deserving of this contract, okay? He is a really good. He's a really good to great receiver in this league, okay? He is a true weapon for his team. I'm happy for him. He's worked hard. He stayed healthy. He's given it his all to the New York Jets. And you know what? They're rewarding him for that, okay? They are rewarding him for that. Now, he's already seen his ceiling, ladies and gentlemen. He's already seen his ceiling. And what I mean by his ceiling, I'm not talking about production and how many yards he can get. Yeah, maybe a better quarterback will give him another 200 to 250 yards per season. But this is the habitual 1,000-yard receiver right here. He's not popping out the gym, giving you 16, 17, 1,800. He's that 1,000 to 1,100-yard receiver faithfully. And with a better quarterback, he's going to be in that 13, maybe peak 14 range. But to talk about the Chases and Jeffersons of the world, the guys who could put up 16, 17, 1,800, because if you're going to mention Chase and Jefferson, you might as well include guys like Tyreek and everything. He's not even close to being in their realm. He is a...
Not yet.
He is a... let me see. How can I say this? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'll put my foot in my mouth. He's how do you compare Garrett Wood? He's reliable. He's as reliable as it gets. That's his value. I'm a good borderline great receiver, not elite, but good borderline great, and I'm reliable. That's valuable. So he deserves the money. He is a 1B.
Okay, all right, enough of you. Enough talking. That's disrespect. You just disrespected Garrett
Thoughts
Wilson.
on my take there.
You just completely disrespected Garrett Wilson.
Richie, that's a 1B. A 1B.
No, that's a 1A. Garrett Wilson's a 1A.
You see dude, honestly, man, I'd probably put Garrett Wilson above CeeDee Lamb right now.
And he hasn't proved it yet.
He hasn't. For that. Stop that, Dan.
I mean, Dan, what you said, you added the real context that people like to forget. This guy has Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco, Chris Streveler, Trevor Siemian.
Chris Streveler?
and Tim Boyle throwing him the football. And then he had
Boyle.
Aaron Rodgers, who tore his Achilles and was just a mess last year. Okay,
Then
so
he
this
ended
is the
up bringing in
quarterback.
Devontae Adams, right? Who he was trying to force feed.
So if you're looking at just
It's-
strict numbers and you're like, oh, he's only reliable, that
Is he
is the
elite?
most disrespectful
elite?
thing that you
Is
could
he elite?
possibly say. No, he's a difference maker. That's
Is
the
he
thing you're
elite?
missing.
Is he elite?
He's about to prove it this year. Because he has not been able. Who can
Oh,
prove to
he's
be
already
elite?
He's already elite.
I think he's elite, but someone like him.
He's already elite.
Yes. Look,
Man, do you
TD,
know an
what
elite
wide
is?
receiver
already
in the
elite.
NFL? What wide receiver in the NFL could be elite with these quarterbacks?
TD.
Are you
If Garrett
kidding
Wilson was a
me?
Buffalo Bill, and Josh Allen was throwing the football to him, he would have over
Another
1,500 yards.
Stephon Diggs. He'd be another Stephon
1,500,
Diggs.
1,500 yards.
He'd be another
season.
Stephon Diggs, Dan Mitchell. That's what he would be. That's what he is, as a matter of fact. That might actually be a good comp. Stephon Diggs. That might be a good comp. Stephon
Prime
Diggs is not
Stephon Diggs,
elite.
you're saying. Prime
He-
Stephon Diggs?
He can be prime Stephon Diggs, but that's not elite.
But Stephon Diggs was not a
that's
1B.
great.
He was a 1A, like Garrett Wilson is.
Stephon Diggs is a 1B.
No,
Stop
in his
that, man.
prime? What are you talking about?
1B.
He was
Just
the
because
number
he was
one
the-
receiver for Buffalo. What are you
Just
talking
because
about?
you're the only guy.
And he stepped
doesn't
up like a
mean
number
you're
1A. Bro, are you kidding me, TD?
Okay, so was Waddle a 1A his rookie year and his second year before Tyreek got
No, he did
there?
not put up numbers like
No.
Stephon Diggs. No, no one said that. No one would even think
He
about
put
Waddle
up
being a
Garrett
1A.
Wilson numbers. Matter of fact, he killed Garrett Wilson numbers. Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle got the 1,500-yard season.
So you're telling me if Garrett Wilson puts up, telling me if Garrett Wilson puts up 108 yards, 14 plus 100 yards. I'm sorry, 108 receptions, 1,400 plus yards, 11 touchdowns. That's not number 1A numbers.
You better go check out Waddle numbers. That he had a season better than that, and y'all don't.
See,
give
this is
Waddle
what you
no
do. You
more.
bring a Waddle.
Y'all
Who
call
cares about
number
Waddle
2.
right now?
Yeah, but we're talking. You're comparing, Richie. See, now you got to.
You brought up Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but you got to answer to these stats you bringing up. Waddle had a better season than that before, and y'all call him
Not have a
number
better
2.
season than 108 catches and 1,400
Oh,
yards
my
and
God,
11
man,
touchdowns.
You better go check Waddle resume. That's what you need to go do.
All right, if we're gonna make this about Jalen Waddle, we might as well move on, bro.
We're not
The fact
making
that
it
you
about
said
Waddle,
the
but you
fact
know
that
what?
you said Garrett Wilson is just reliable and that's it. No, he's a difference maker. You could put the ball in his vicinity, he will go up there and snag it one-handed or with two hands. You're not giving Garrett Wilson enough credit for his talent. You think he's just there. You think he's just a guy. No, he's
don't
the
think
guy. That's the
I
thing
don't
you're
think
missing,
he-
TD. That you're not giving him credit for that.
First
You're
of all,
not
he
giving him
isn't-
that star
he isn't
star
the guy.
element.
He isn't the guy.
Yes,
Don't
he
say
is.
that
He is
the
a
guy.
star.
No, he is.
Dude, the spectacular catch, the catch
you make
radius, the
one-handed
ability to
catch?
get open. You know what this is proving? You don't watch Jets games. Do you know how many times this guy is wide open and he's not getting the ball?
Watch almost every Jets game unless my team playing at the same time. Don't do that, Richie. You know
He's not
that.
no 1B, bro. That's so disrespectful, man. That was so
Richie,
disrespectful. He's
Richie,
just
you-
reliable. That's it. He's just reliable. He's way more than
You
being just a
act-
reliable wide receiver.
See, this your problem, Richie. You act like a 1B is an insult. That's your
For
problem.
Garrett Wilson, it is, yeah.
You want him to be a 1A elite wide
Do you know who
receiver.
a
He's
good
not.
player comp he is? Not even just play style, but the type of wide receiver that I think he's going to be this year. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 1A.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And the reason why I say that is because of the scheme, right?
you see how you're
Garrett
speaking?
Wilson. And also, that's another thing that we didn't even consider in this conversation is the offensive scheme he's been put in since being in this league has been putrid. Okay? Absolutely putrid. We had Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers' system. So just wait until they actually get a coach, hopefully this year with Tanner Engstrand, that they know how to utilize the guy properly. That's all I'm saying. What you said is disrespectful, and I'm excited for him to prove you wrong, TD. That's all I'll say.
Disrespectful,
Yeah, it
Richie.
is, bro. He's just a
It's a
reliable guy.
compliment.
No, a reliable
I didn't
guy
say
is
that.
like, no offense, but Khalil Shakir.
I
Like,
said
that's
he
a
was
reliable guy.
He's a reliable, great receiver. He's a reliable, great receiver. Great is amazing, Richie. He's just not elite.
He is elite. He has elite traits all over his game.
So I
Is
think
Garrett
that this
Wilson a
year,
true burner? Speed burner?
What do you define as speed?
Is
He's a great route runner.
Tyreek and Waddle speed?
But I'm
It's-
sorry, I
it's-
don't evaluate a wide receiver just by strict speed.
That was just one category. Is he a 50-50 ball, go up and get it over the big corner type guy, body you, physical? No,
First of all,
he's a really good
what-
route runner. He's a great route runner. He gets open. He's good in open space. He's good at yak. But when we talk about the full package, Richie,
you're missing other traits that makes him great. Catch radius, spectacular catch.
I'm glad you said that. You agree with me. He's great. He's just not elite.
No, he is elite. He is elite. Only an elite wide receiver can make a catch like this. Okay? And I know it's just one catch, but you're telling me that's not an elite catch. That's the catch of the ever. Like, name a better catch in NFL history.
Odell Beckham.
No, this one's better.
No, I don't know about that.
And obviously, you're not going to look at one catch and be like, oh, now he's like great just because he has a good catch. Obviously, by the way, he had 2 one-handers for a touchdown in that game. My point is, this is an elite trait right here. Route running is an elite. Separation. Being able to make people miss in the open field.
Can we poll the chat on great versus or elite? Can we poll the chat great or elite for Garrett Wilson? And both are compliments, Richie.
Now listen, if you want to tier it, I think we'll break it up into 3 tiers just for the sake of the argument. I think tier 1 is Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. Tier 2, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, and then you can keep going with the tier 2 guys. That's where Garrett Wilson is.
So I'm okay with you being upset. So I'm okay with you being upset saying that he's not better than CeeDee Lamb. But what Richie just said about tier 2 is not crazy. It's not crazy at all. With Amon-Ra St. Brown.
The whole point to all of this is I never was debating tier 2.
But no. What you said is a 1B TD, and everybody in tier 2 are 1A. That's the thing that you're missing.
Listen, okay. If
you said 1B. That's what I'm talking about. You can say great elite all you want. Garrett's no 1B. We're going to find Garrett Wilson a 1B. That's what we're going to do.
He's a 1A because how many 1As are there in the NFL? There's like 21 A's. Okay, I give him 1A then, but he's not elite. That's the only point I was making.
All right, you know what? I'm not upset with you saying that.
Hold up. Breaking news. Ian Rappaport, the Jets and All-Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner have agreed to terms on a massive new extension.
Let's
making him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history.
Now
4 years.
30.1.
4 years, $120.4 million, 30.1 a year. Done by the team. Agent.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, baby. $0.1 million more than Derek Stingley Jr. That's what you like, baby.
The Jets are done.
Oh, baby. Jets fans, let's go. Breaking news. Sauce Gardner is officially locked up long-term with Garrett Wilson. The New York Jets has extended Garrett Wilson. Let's go, baby. This is how you build for your future. You lock down your best players. This is right here the face of the New York Jets defense moving forward. They locked down the face of the offense yesterday in Garrett Wilson. Breaking news, folks. Big time breaking news. Sauce Gardner is your New York Jet for the foreseeable future. Let's go. Oh, baby. Shout out to Vayner Sports and Gary V's agency for getting this done. I got to make a TikTok while TD can just laugh about this. I really don't even care what he has to say about this.
All right, listen, TD, just do me a favor and start talking to the audience because I got to do my thing.
Listen, while these gentlemen...
Go ahead. Tell everybody why he's overpaid and you're a hater. Go ahead.
Listen, he's not overpaid. I'm not going to say that. But let me help y'all out. I'm going to go solo on this, matter of fact. Hold on. Let me full screen it. Yeah, we're gonna get some production here. Listen, this is what I try to educate people on all the time: the financials of the NFL. The Jets are over. They have no winning in their future from this point for the next at least 4 years. And let me explain to y'all why. I have one rule in football: if you couldn't win when they were making peanuts, what make you think they're going to win when they making $30 million a year each? What make you think they're going to win?
The money don't kick in for 2 years, by the way, and you're literally making no sense whatsoever.
No. Do your TikTok, Richie. Do your TikTok. What make y'all
at least make sense with your argument? That's all I'm saying. At least make sense. This makes no sense. Zero sense.
Guess what? Here's the even scarier part about it. When say that Justin Fields works out and hypothetically just balls out, and the market is the market. The market is the market. Like make it make sense. And if he doesn't ball out, they're going to be trying to go find a quarterback that can get the job done. The Jets are in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens with Aaron Glenn over the next several years. But you know what I think this is? This is give them the money now. Let's set a precedent that we love our own. Let's keep the culture good around here, and let's try to build. This is signaling that the Jets are just really in a rebuild for the next 3 years. For the next 3 years, they're going to be rebuilding all around the team, trying to replace this and replace that. And guess what? If they're successful in their rebuild, 4 years from now, they'll be trading these guys away anyway. If they're successful in the rebuild, because then those guys will be out of their prime as well. They'll be coming up on season 8, 9, or even 8 and 9. That's how it works. It's how it works. I'm jealous. Why would I be jealous when we did this? We already did it. We just learned from it. We just got on the back end of it. We're on the back end of doing this. Matter of fact, you could argue we did it twice. So I don't have anything to be jealous about. We've experienced it already. And all these teams in the league that are doing it has experienced it. The Jets are just fresh into doing it. You did not take advantage of these star players when they were on rookie contracts. Shame on you as an organization. You were supposed to take advantage of those low contracts when they were literally on the rookie deals. You were supposed to be winning then. It's done now. And then a lot of y'all, TD lost his mind. Yeah. But here's my point. You paid him. What changed from yesterday to today? Other than there is only one thing that changed in the organization. You just gave up more money. Y'all act like something changed. It's the same players. It's what y'all got to realize. People, we signed our guy. It's the same player. Just because you give a guy more money, yes, as a fan of a guy, you want to see him get their money, you celebrate that. But from a team standpoint, what changed? That's why I say you couldn't win with them at a cheap price. And maybe it's the new coach. Maybe Aaron Glenn can come in and save it all and change it all. We don't know. We shall see, but I know it's harder for him now. You think it was going to be hard? I mean, it's easier if you got a guy making $5 million and $4 million a year. It's easier to try to change the team to the better, but now it just gets harder because you got less wiggle room and less money to work with. And I'm not going to sit here and say that they won't do it. Maybe. I'm not going to say that they won't do it, but it got harder. That's all it is.
So you're saying that these contract extensions are hindering the Jets' future success is what I've got.
Dan, here's how I look at them. If you couldn't win when they were making $5 million a year, what's the difference from them making 30? Does that elevate their play?
One thing I will say, when you have a new head coach come into the building, normally what they do is ride with the roster that they inherited year one. Mm-hmm. And then they gut everything that following off season and start from the beginning.
That's what I
think. So but like what's interesting is that like typically like who they gut are sort of aging players. Like, so when I reflect back on when Sean McDermott, he took over the Buffalo Bills, he ran with that same roster. He made the playoffs. Great. But then afterwards, he got rid of all of the aging vets and he just started building from the youth side of things. So I think between Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, they had their production under a variety of different head coaches / coordinators, and he's just keeping those as the cornerstones. But I do think that he ultimately end up will gutting the roster, and I think that they will be fine.
And Jets fans, this is what you need to realize, piggybacking on what Dan said. The only success you get out of this really is gutting the roster.
Yeah.
Building your team around these guys.
So having Garrett and having Sauce, solid cornerstones for offense and defense. But next offseason, I think that there's going to be some pretty hard conversations.
Yeah. Because
Aaron Glenn, he doesn't want that team from a personnel standpoint, at least 70% of them or 60%. Like maybe I'll give you some credit here. he is envisioning the exact type of personnel he truly wants, and he's already
Mhm.
eyeing this upcoming draft class. But Sauce and Garrett are obviously a part of that dream.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
love
don't
the
know, man.
signings,
I
but,
don't know.
but we got to figure it out.
Sometimes I look at moves like this. Let's give them their money now. They earned it. 1 year will have already passed next offseason when we gut it. That year, we're not going to be great because we gutted it, but we're bringing in our guys. And then that's 2 years gone. Then year 3, let's start to build. Hopefully, we're scratching on the playoffs. Let's see if we can make it. Whether you do or not, you're not winning a Super Bowl. That's highly unlikely. That's 3 years down. And guess what? Now we've built the team. But we could also move on from those guys in 4 years and start to continue to build. They were just the cornerstone to help us build. And now it's up for them to get more guaranteed money. We may keep them or we move on. That's typically how it works. So the best case scenario for the Jets, they got to rebuild this the right way around those guys. They got it next year. I agree with you, Dan. They're going to strip their roster. Unless Justin Fields does something crazy and they win 11 games, make the playoffs, then you keep building on it.
So, Richie, I'm not sure if you overheard what we were just talking about.
Thank God I didn't. I actually took my headphones off when TD started talking black. I have no idea what he said.
No, I'm always too.
So we said normally a head coach historically, what they do is that so they take the roster that they inherit and just like have business year one. But then that following offseason, like with Sean McDermott did it, same thing with Mike McDonald over in Seattle, they typically gut the roster where they bring in the personnel that would best run their system. It just goes to show you that Garrett and Sauce were young enough and put up enough production and obviously fit what Aaron Glenn is trying to do. And with TD was kind of concerned that like he's sort of set y'all back as far as financially.
Who did?
I don't think that's the case.
Who set us back? Sauce?
So
no, Dan, remember,
financially.
it's not a setback if you already know we're going to rebuild. It ain't a setback.
Yeah, exactly.
It tells you don't expect to win in the next 3 years.
TD, you have to learn how contracts work.
I
do know how contracts work.
Okay, then explain to me, how do these contracts work that Garrett and Sauce just
you
signed?
include the 2 remaining years, you divide it out based off of that. Only thing I care about is the $90 million, at least for Garrett Wilson, $90 million guarantees. That's all that matters to me.
So what is 3 years? They have control for Sauce and Garrett for 2 years for cheap control still. The money does not kick in until the 3rd year. And by then, the salary cap is going to be crazy. And Sauce is not going to be the highest paid corner in the league anymore. Garrett Wilson will probably be like the 9th highest paid wide receiver. So I think you have to look at it from the perspective that when the salary cap increases, all these monies go up. The Jets are going to have financial freedom in 2027, TD. There's nobody that they are paying besides them too. So Richie, I still don't understand what you're trying to say.
Contracts don't kick in 3 years from now. Contracts kick in whenever the Jets want them to kick in, however they want to structure.
No, that's how it's structured.
They could front load it. They could back load it. That's up to them. We don't know when the contracts are going to kick in. I mean, honestly, they kick in right away, but most teams don't take a cap hit in the 1st or 2nd year. So it just depends on how the Jets want to structure it.
That's how they're structuring it. That's what I'm talking to you. That's what I'm telling you.
Which is going to be tough for y'all when it does start to kick in.
No, that's the whole reason why they're structuring it that way. They're structuring it so when it does kick in, the salary cap is going to be way up than what it is today. And Sauce will not be the highest paid corner at that time. Garrett will not be in the top 5 anymore. Everybody around him, so will be looked at as a bargain. I'm telling you that right now. You're going to look back at these contracts and think that.
It won't look like a bargain, Rich.
Yeah,
it's still going to be up there, just like all these teams are
but TD, you're making.
now.
I think you got to do more research on the Jets books because there's literally zero
books.
TD, no, you don't. Because name a player. Okay, name a player that's gonna get paid massive money in 2027 and beyond.
Massive money in 27 and beyond. Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner.
That's it.
And you're gonna have to find a quarterback.
Well, we don't know that. Obviously, that's a big question mark what the quarterback is.
And if it's Justin Fields, by then he'll be making $50 million if he's still the guy.
And you could still win. You're talking about a wide receiver. You're talking about a wide receiver getting paid, and the salary cap keeps going up, TD. You're making it seem like the Jets are now finally paying their good players. It's a problem? I mean, what are we
Richie,
doing? Usually they pay
not-
bad players.
Richie, this isn't about just paying them. This is about the future of the team. Get ready, buckle up.
I don't even know why I'm even feeding into this.
That's all I'm saying. Buckle up.
Can I end this and go live on Jets Media? I don't know why I'm feeding into your nonsense.
This is a rebuild, Richie. That's all I'm
we
saying.
have a meeting.
I know we do.
Yeah, we have a meeting here in about.
All I'm saying is that this is a rebuild for the Jets starting next year.
So I know that Richie is absolutely itching to go live on Jets Media right now, but that's okay, folks. Please do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to the Richinator, all right, on YouTube, go do that because he's going to be breaking down everything with the massive 24 hours this team has had. In less than 24 hours, 2 young DNA pieces of this Jets roster are here for the time being. Love to see it.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking
four wins confirmed.
So we have a couple of storylines, and I'm debating on which one that I would like to discuss first and save some. And so I suppose for tomorrow, Shamar Stewart, so the edge rusher over in Cincinnati, who has still yet to sign his contract, first rounder, he has been practicing with his former college for the past couple of weeks at Texas A&M. Like he is actually participating full stack, so within the defense. So now people are suggesting that if they can't come to a agreement with Cincinnati, he is going to try and fight in court to go back and play again in Texas A&M and then go back to the draft next year.
I like.
Where Cincinnati would lose all of their rights, and then he would need to be drafted yet again. Now, currently against NCAA rules, it's not allowed. But technically, the NCAA violates antitrust laws. So many are suggesting that if he were to fight it, and the odds are in his favor of winning. But say that he doesn't want to fight it, he could ultimately end up just sitting out this entire year and then re-enter the draft. What would you do if you were Shamar Stewart? Richie, talk to me.
I would try to trade for Sauce because he's better. I mean, I'm sorry, that's where my head is. I can't even process anything else. TD, what are your thoughts? I can't process anything right now, man.
Dan, what you said excited me, man. I hope Shamar Stewart's agent and legal team file suit in federal court. I hope that they go ahead.
So you are really player first, man. I like.
No. It's
you
not
player
that.
first kind of guy.
It's not that in this case. It's not that in this case. I want to see where it goes because now because I think the NFL is stepping on lines now, Dan, of what you can, I guess, call fair discrimination. This could be a discrimination lawsuit. You did it the year before, knowing that the market keeps going up, right? You did it with this predecessor on the same team before. I would sue them and file in court to get out of that draft obligation and be allowed to go back to college. And I think if they file suit, legal teams, the NFL is going to hire legal teams and they're going to give advice. I think they're going to tell Roger Goodell, hey, how the Bengals sign this man on that fully guaranteed contract? Because at the end of the day, there's a precedent. That's all that matter in court. We got the precedent. We got the case study, in other words. There's a precedent. You did it the year before. Why not him? And they'd have to go to court and tell the jury or the judge, depending if it's a mediation, why not Shamar but the guy last year? They'd have to prove that. Otherwise, that's discrimination. Yeah. You'd have to prove why not him, but you did it before.
And they'll lose.
Why not?
It's definitely interesting because there are so many names that all of us will be watching intently for the next 7 days of who ultimately ends up showing up to camp. We did hear from Terry McLaurin. He was on a radio show just a couple of hours ago, letting the world know about how he feels with his current contract dispute against the Washington Commanders. We are going to be unpacking that in detail tomorrow on your next edition of Fourth and Forever, your daily NFL news show on the Roundtable Sports Network. Real coverage from real fans. Folks, do us a favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications. We are confident that once the season actually gets here, like we are going to be welcoming 400 to 500 friends live each and every single episode. That is just what our live audience brings, and we couldn't do it without you. Richie, final words to our audience before we send them off?
Yeah, man, I'm just really thankful to be a Jets fan. We're finally running like an actual organization for once, taking care of business. Let's go, man. I'm just sorry. That's the only thing on my mind. Shamar Stewart, wish you nothing but the best. But we'll talk about that tomorrow to get my thoughts. But Sauce Gardner, breaking news. We'll go live on my channel a little bit later today, folks, so stay tuned for that. But, yeah, man, it's a great time. Really excited for Roundtable Sports to continue to grow. We're going to be live on this channel every single day throughout this week and future weeks, all throughout the season. So we love you guys.
And how many shows do you guys have, Arthur? Let me tell you what. So as far as these 3 mugs right here, I can tell you that we are on the AFC East Roundtable on Wednesday evenings and Monday through Friday on this show, Fourth and Forever. I'm going to be hosting a college football show starting in August, a Bills Roundtable. We're all over the place, man. Roundtable Sports has a show for everybody. We have a divisional debate show for each and every single NFL division with the top YouTubers that cover that respective team. So certainly go check it out, man. You will see all of the associated channels linked on the Roundtable Sports main YouTube channel. We are launching in full effect the first full week of August, so stay tuned. Year 2 of the full network is about to launch. TD, what do you got to tell the people before we send them off on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon?
Just thanks for tuning in. Congratulations to Jets fans. You got your guys locked in for years to come. Good luck with that. We'll see how it goes. We have realized that Terry McLaurin is better than Garrett Wilson, so he should set the market. But outside of that,
Youth matters.
love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Folks, we
Peace.
appreciate you. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.